Hello Rockville, here's what you need to know about your city. We say happy 5th birthday to Rockville Town Square, hit the greens at the Rockville Open, and find out how the city is combating jaywalking on 355. All that and more in this August edition of Rockville's 11. Welcome to Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. We were recently at the 5th anniversary party of Rockville Town Square. We have the story in our number 11 spot.
3, 2, 1.
It was the biggest birthday party in Rockville as residents and officials celebrated 5 years of Rockville Town Square.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rockville Town Square. Happy birthday to you.
The space has come a long way since former Mayor Larry Giammo took office in 2001. He put the wheels in motion for the project that would revitalize downtown Rockville. The plan called for a mixed-use development with a unique public and private partnership. Today, Giammo feels that his vision is realized.
I think we really aim for a high-quality experience here. A lot of thought and effort went into it. A lot of great partnership here, too. We had all 4 levels of government, all the community stakeholders involved, great private sector developers. So really trying to create a fantastic new heart for the community, and I think it turned out the way we hoped it would.
Town Square truly is one of Rockville's success stories.
Even throughout the downturned economy, people were still coming here to dine, people were still coming here to shop, and how important it is to the fabric of Rockville and that it's really a part of the community.
While Rockville Town Square has become the new center of the city, there's much more to come.
Remember, this is really meant to be a catalyst, and the Choice Hotels is coming in. That'll open next year. Dawson's Market opening will help greatly when Phase 2 north of Bell Avenue is put in, and Duval Project across from Regal. Then you really have the synergy and the critical mass.
For more information on Rockville Town Square, go online to rockvilletownsquare.com. Every summer, Redgate Golf Course hosts the Rockville Open. We were there to cover it for our number 10 spot. After 2 days of fierce competition and weather conditions that tested the skills of the participants, a winner emerged at the 42nd annual Rockville Open.
Winner of the Rockville Open, who had a great 2 rounds both days, yes. John Mackey.
The golf course has really come around, and I really think that anybody who likes to play golf in Rockville, just come down and be patient, play. And it's a great course.
Champion John Mackey was not the only one to compliment the course and its new management.
It's in really great shape. Right now they have the greens in good shape, the fairways in good shape, and the people that work here, they're like number 1.
Well, I think Redgate has a very good philosophy about golf. I think it really makes it a community event. It brings people together, and I think that's really what the community is looking for. And so I think the administration here is doing a great job.
The course looks fabulous. The Billy Casper folks and under the direction of Brian Simpson have really done a nice job to make this place look and feel like a good golf course.
The event draws golfers from all over the Mid-Atlantic region, shining the spotlight on Rockville's pristine public course.
The tournament, it's a traditional tournament. It's been going on for decades. It brings golfers together from the city, but also brings golfers to the city. And it's just a nice way for people of all levels of golf to get together and have a great time.
It's a great tradition, good history here at Redgate, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people from all over to come into our city and enjoy, some great things that we have going here.
For more information about the Redgate Golf Course or to reserve your tee time, go online to redgategolf.com. We wanted to take a closer look at the Rockville Express, Rockville's own hometown baseball team. Our Antonio Barbera was there to cover it for our number 9 spot.
The Cal Ripken Baseball League opened in the summer of 2005 as a way for college players to sharpen their skills and improve their game during the summer months. As the league has grown, improvements, such as lights for night games, has helped the Rockville Express zoom into first place. The city of Rockville has seen baseball played on its various fields since the Civil War. Over the years, leagues have formed and drawn in players from all around the area, but the Express is the most recent organized team to grace the city.
Well, this league is actually relatively new speaking, but as far as the quality of players and the nation's capital where we're based, all our teams are in the Mid-Atlantic region, it's very desirable. And what has happened is because of the caliber of the league, we have the endorsement of the Ripken Foundation. One of the draws is that we have, some of the best quality baseball in the country, and that brings them here.
The players are all in college, and the hometown feel of the team is strengthened by the fact that players live with host families throughout the city.
And it's great that people come in here and put up players just to come out here and let us play ball. It's really great.
Several Express players have been drafted to the majors in the past years, and while the short-term goal here is to play good baseball and stay in shape, getting drafted is the ultimate prize for most of these players.
We get a tremendous amount of inquiries, and we do a lot of research and scout the players, and generally we look for players that have pro potential and vet those players and make sure that they'll fit in with the program.
It's great baseball. The whole league is tough. There's no days off for the players. Every team is competitive. So they would have a chance to see very good college players. Some of these guys are going to be drafted in a year or two, and they would have a good night.
This season, the Express lead the Cal Ripken League and hope to turn their success into a playoff berth.
We've just been playing pretty well. We got a good chemistry, got a lot of good players, and a lot of good competition in the league, but we've been doing a good job. So I had a couple options, but this is by far the best league. And I hope eventually get drafted maybe. So, but right now just trying to win this league. So.
For Rockville's 11, I'm Antonio Barbera.
Continuing in our sports block of news segments, it's the Twilight Run Fest recap for our number 8 spot.
I'm here at the Rockville Rotary Twilight Run Fest, and I'm going to run. Go!
The rainy conditions were welcomed at the 27th annual Dark Cars Rockville Rotary Twilight Run Fest.
Well, it was a great race. I mean, for one, it wasn't 99 degrees, so that was really nice. But it was a great crowd. The weather was great for a race. And everybody's enthusiastic. It was a great time out here. Rockville did a great job as always.
It was awesome. The people on the sidelines cheering, it made it a lot easier than it was. And like she said, the weather was great for running. Couldn't ask for a better day.
More than 2,000 runners hit the streets of Rockville with a photo finish at the end.
This race went really well. Yeah, at the end I didn't see the guy coming from the right, and luckily I was able to hold him off. But I thought the race went really well. I think this is a great experience for any runner, and I hope everybody gets a chance to come out to this meet.
The event featured an 8K run followed by a short 1K fun run, and that was just the beginning of the festivities.
Oh, it's so festive. You can go into town center and cool down, whether you cool down with something to drink or just having a great time with friends. It is a wonderful opportunity, and it's so good for the city.
The race benefits the Rockville Recreation Fund, which helps to provide financial assistance to families participating in Rec and Parks activities.
Yeah, this is one of the best events that the City of Rockville does every year. It's unique because it's a nighttime race. You never see that. And it raises a lot of money for a lot of good causes here in Rockville.
More people should run this, definitely. It's a great community of runners, and everyone supports each other. It's fantastic.
For more on events in the city, go online to rockvillemd.gov/events. We check in with Director of Public Works Craig Simino to get his thoughts on the storm recovery efforts and lessons learned by the city for our number 7 spot.
But by far, the hardest hit neighborhood in the city was Newmark Commons, hands down. Falls Mead was behind it next, and then there was 3 or 4 other areas of the city: Potomac Woods, Twin Brook, West End, Hungerford, all together were probably behind that. But clearly, by far, Newmark Commons got hit very hard. We received calls on trees down and things like that, but the temperature of the residents was very, very mild, and compliments would generally come in because we were out there right away. We found the hard-hit areas. We mobilized enough equipment and brought in extra when we saw what it was, and we really got on it very quickly, and we saw and surveyed our area quickly and got out there.
Rockville is no stranger to intense and powerful storms, and over the years the city has developed a system to provide the same level of service to citizens through any weather condition.
there is a plan in place, and it seems like every storm there's a modification to a plan because things happen that are slightly different from what's anticipated. The biggest lesson that I continue to learn from all these things is you have to be able to take care of yourself. When you're working in a governmental function, you have to have a primary and a backup plan, and sometimes even a third plan. Some of the good lessons learned are some of the decisions we made previously were really coming forth to helping us here. For example, we had just opened our new fleet maintenance facility with that extra fuel capacity, and that provided us a very worry-free ability to take that fuel and deliver it ourselves when we couldn't get an outside contractor to get a tanker into our water treatment plant. Secondly, we bought those 3 knuckle boom trucks when we instituted a new refuse and recycling program. And the primary purpose of them is to collect that bulk refuse, those oversized items, with that grappling hook, that clamshell that grabs onto the debris and self-loads the truck. The secondary benefit is when you have a storm like this, that equipment is just invaluable.
If you still need help recovering from the storm or have questions, the Rockville Public Works Department is here for you. Call 240-314-8500 or go online to rockvillemd.gov and search Public Works. Councilmember Tom Moore wanted to let you know how you can stay in touch with the city during emergencies and weather-related incidents, and this is coming in as our number 6 spot. When residents were without power during the recent storm, the only way to communicate in some cases was through cell phones. The city has a system in place to talk to residents through text and email updates. It's called Alert Rockville.
Alert Rockville is the best way for the city to get information to its residents in emergency situations. All you have to do is go to the city website. It's alert.rockvillemd.gov. Give the city your cell phone number and your email address, and that is what the city is going to use to push the information out to you, no matter what the circumstances are. Whether it's weather alerts, traffic alerts, just things that are closed, services that we're not providing, or services that we're providing in a certain place. Anything the city thinks everybody needs to know will go out through Alert Rockville.
To receive Alert Rockville texts or emails, sign up at alert.rockvillemd.gov. We wanted to give you an update on how you can get involved with the city's mentoring program for our number 5 spot.
We know that mentoring works. The research tells us that when kids get involved in mentoring, when they have a great mentor, that they do better in school academic-wise, they get along a lot better with their peers, they're more respectful with authority figures, and they're a lot more optimistic and hopeful about life. Our program structure makes it really easy to be involved, and really 2 key ingredients are very important, and that's caring and consistency. Once the person makes the commitment, Bridget, it's important that they stick with it, because the kids are looking forward to their mentor coming to the school each and every week. And by the way, the program is in a group setting with other mentors and mentees, so it really makes for a fun and relaxed environment that anybody can really be successful in. In order to be involved, you do have to go through a screening process. That's very important. And so once a mentor is screened and they go through that process, then training is provided and ongoing support is provided throughout the course of the mentoring relationship as well. So mentors are never in it by themselves. We're a mentoring family, and we would love for them to be a part of our mentoring team. So if they're interested, they can contact our office at 240-314-8317.
The city is constantly being proactive when it comes to pedestrian safety in the city. We wanted to find out more about a jaywalking situation along 355, and this is coming in as our number 4 story.
We have a real issue of jaywalking and people trying to cross the street in the middle of the block and trying to run across in front of traffic. There's businesses on both sides of the streets where people want to come to, and the crosswalks are down the block and up the block, but people are being too impatient. They're trying to cross the street in the middle of the block. So we have some very dangerous situations occurring.
This area is the ideal case study for how the city implements the 3 E's, which stands for education, engineering, and enforcement. It involves multiple departments all working towards the same goal, to increase pedestrian safety in the city. As we were conducting the interview, we saw many people jaywalking, and one situation caught Chief Treshik's attention.
She got off the bus at a bus stop, and she's an elderly woman. And instead of walking up the street to the signalized crosswalk, she tried to walk across the street, got stuck in the middle. And in the time that it took her to get all the way across the street, she could have easily have walked up to the crosswalk, got across the street nice and safe, and gotten to where she wanted to go. As it was, she put herself and the motorist in danger.
As Chief Treshik mentioned, this stretch of 355 is a hotspot for jaywalking in the city. But with consistent enforcement and engineering improvements, this area on Rockville Pike is becoming much safer for pedestrians. Because 355 is a state road, the city does not have jurisdiction to make any changes. But by working with WMATA, Rockville has succeeded in eliminating a dangerous situation.
So specifically here at the bus stop we're standing at, we had to coordinate with Montgomery County Ride-On and WMATA Metro Bus to actually relocate the bus stop about 350 feet north of where we're standing to the signalized Frederick Avenue crosswalk. There's a supermarket behind me, a number of commercial establishments here at the shopping center, and it's just a place that people want to be. And when they're in one location and they like to be across the street in the next, you know, it's creates basically a desire line between the two locations, and that's why we have the jaywalking problem.
This map provided by Rockville's Department of Public Works shows in red how the commercial areas generate the most foot traffic. The solid yellow circle illustrates jaywalkers on 355. The dotted yellow circle is the location of the new bus stop at the crosswalk. The goal is to make this stretch of road safe for pedestrians to cross at the designated crosswalk. Chief Trushik's advice for pedestrians out there on the road?
For the pedestrians, it's really use the legal and safe means to cross the roadways. It's the law, it works. You can cross in a crosswalk and you're safe and secure, and you're not trying to run across a 4 or 5 lane highway to get somewhere.
For more information on what the city is doing to keep pedestrians safe, go to rockvillemd.gov and search Pedestrian Safety. Over the years, the city has showed its commitment to the Sister City program through our relationship with Pinneberg, Germany. And now, the city is working towards a formal relationship with Jiaxing, China. Councilmember Mark Pershela, along with other members of city staff and the community, recently traveled to China to learn more about our potential sister city for our number 3 story.
There's a big world out there. We have to know how we fit into that world, and this is a great way of doing it.
That was Councilmember Mark Pershela's thoughts on his recent trip to Jiaxing, China. The trip was meant to strengthen ties with Rockville's potential new sister city.
Both of us are looking to be part of the world and to be part of the world economy. And we're looking to extend ourselves outside of our own borders. We are looking for prosperity. We're looking for cooperation. We're looking for ways to come together.
The trip was an opportunity for Rockville to experience Chinese culture, interact with leaders, and build a strong, formal relationship with Jiaxing, China, something Pershela knows will take time.
The Chinese treat it more formally, more at a governmental level, more at a business level. The exchanges are an essential part of it. They're talking cultural exchanges, educational exchanges, but it's going to be a several-year get-to-know-you process.
Rockville has had a sister city relationship with Pinneberg, Germany for over 55 years, but adding a new sister city will only benefit the city.
Well, I think looking to China is really, it diversifies us greatly. You know, it's Asian culture, it's a different kind of economy, different kind of government. But these sister cities, they make us look outward. We are so inward looking sometimes.
Chief of Planning Jim Wasilek also had the opportunity to visit China on this sister city trip. Here's what he had to say about the visit.
It was very interesting to hear the different perspectives from the other jurisdictions and the issues that they're dealing with. A lot of things in common. How to keep your identity as a community, but also foster economic development and growth so that you can do the things you want to do as a community.
Before Jiaxing can become an official sister city, there will be more cultural exchanges between the two cities. Keep it on Rockville 11 for more updates. And for more information on the Sister City program, go online to rocknet.org/community/sister cities. Now for an update on the city's newly announced city manager for our number 2 spot. The mayor and council recently announced Barbara Burns Matthews as the next city manager of Rockville. Matthews, who has more than 25 years of local government experience, has served as the city manager of Tacoma Park since 2004. Before that, she spent 3 years as the city manager of the city of Manchester, Missouri. Rockville worked with Springstead, a search firm in Richmond, Virginia, to find top national contenders for the position. Candidates were interviewed by the mayor and council and met with senior staff and community members. Matthews will start her tenure as city manager in October. Coming in as our number 1 story is Quick Hits. Rockville 11 is proud to announce that our mayor and council tune-in promo has been recognized as a finalist for a national award. Rockville 11 entered the promo in the National Association of Telecommunications Officers and Advisors, or NATOA, for their Government Programming Awards. It was entered in the Municipal Channel Promotion category. The NATOA Awards recognizes excellence in broadcast cable, multimedia, and electronic programming produced by local government agencies. We look forward to hearing the final results in September. We wanted to let you know that there are many ways you can stay connected to your city. You can find us online at rockvillemd.gov. You can follow us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, or watch us on YouTube. Just go to rockvillemd.gov to learn more ways that you can stay connected to your city. Well, that's it for this August edition of Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer, and on behalf of the whole Rockville 11 team, thanks for watching.